My name's Mr Scruby, I live in Sheffield. On the 25th of August, bank holiday weekend, I received a phone call to say that my house was on fire. I came home here to see total devastation, the fire service outside, see the hoses and the cradle that was putting the fire out. We found out that the fire had actually started at my next door neighbours, the adjoining house. It had spread through their house, it was totally gutted, through the loft space of mine, and unfortunately my house was damaged by both fire and water. The main damage was to the loft space, that was totally burnt out. The only thing that survived in there, and I don't know how, was our wedding album. There was over 70 years of family history up in the loft space, photographs, documents. The whole place was just a total mess. Apart from the bricks on the outside, everything has been rebuilt from scratch. It was just total shock. Never been involved in anything like this before. Hopefully never will be again. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But without the insurance assessors and a very good insurance company, I must admit, I just don't know where we'd be now. With it being a bank holiday weekend, it was the Saturday, I believe, of the bank holiday weekend. It was very, very difficult to get in touch with the insurance company. I had the emergency numbers, which I rang, and they weren't manned. I was despair, to be quite honest. I was really, really struggling to actually get in touch with them. I believe it was bank holiday Monday. Robert from Morgan Clark came down. I was actually staying in my neighbour's house at the time. He introduced himself, told me what the company did. I was very, very impressed, and I decided to go ahead. Everything he told me just made sense. Without Morgan Clark, I would not have got through this. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I've not had once to speak to my insurance company. Everything was taken out of my hands. All the liaison between myself and my insurance company was handled by Pino or by Sarah. It made a world of difference. I don't know how I would have got through this without them. From a personal point of view, obviously with my wife being in the hospital at the time, I was under a lot of pressure. We had to sort out accommodation. My wife was discharged from hospital. She was put into a hotel close by the hospital. Unfortunately, I couldn't move into the hotel because of our cat, so we negotiated, again through Morgan Clark with the insurers, for me to take my touring caravan to a local park, and I lived there for 5 weeks, all paid for by the insurance company, all arranged by Morgan Clark, with no hassle at all. When it came to Julie coming out of hospital, we had to find temporary accommodation, and again, there was no hassle at all involved with it. I managed to find somewhere for us. Morgan Clark took all the pressure off that as well. The insurance company paid for our accommodation. Working with Morgan Clark has been a godsend. Any problems I've had, I've been straight on the phone, and there's always been someone at the end of the phone, no matter what time of day. And every problem I've had has been sorted within hours rather than days. Certainly if I come across anybody now that I feel might need their services, I won't hesitate, not hesitate for 1 minute to recommend the services of Morgan Clark. It's great to be back. We've now got to turn it into our home again, into a family home, but that's going to be an enjoyable experience, I think. It's a new start.